What is going on, guys? This is Snake Sports here, and today I'm going to be talking about how Texas Longhorns will beat the Maryland Terrapins. Alright, so what's going on, guys? Snake here once again. Today I'm going to talk about how the Texas Longhorns will beat the Maryland Terrapins this year in the Texas, whatever it is, or in Texas, but they're not playing at Texas Longhorns, they're playing in a neutral site versus the Maryland Terrapins. But I'm going to predict the score and also give you the statistics from both teams last year. As we all know, both teams did not do so well this year, or basically last year, in the 2016-2017 college football season. Texas Longhorns, they finished 5-7 this year. Not really so good. They were 6th in the Big 12. They were in front of Texas Tech, Baylor, Iowa State, and Kansas. But they finished last. They beat some pretty notable teams. They beat in the first game of the season. They beat Notre Dame in overtime, 50-47, but they lost to Oklahoma, which they could have beaten. They did beat though Baylor, who was number 8 at the time, 35-34. But they lost three straight after that. And then they beat Texas Tech, but then they lost 3 straight after that to Kansas, which was pretty bad as well. Maryland though finished a pretty decent season, but they would have liked to finish 7-6 instead of 7-6 instead of 6-7. But just how it is, they lost to Boston College, 36-30 in the bowl game this year in the Quick Lane Bowl to Boston College. Like I said earlier, they finished 6-7, 5th in the Big Ten East. They finished they finished above Michigan State, who went 3-9, and Rutgers 2-10. They were behind Indiana, Michigan, Ohio State, and Penn State. So the Big Ten East is a pretty tough division for the Maryland Terrapins. And as we all know, they were with the ACC before they transferred for a few years back. But I'm going to show you the stats for this year's season. As we all know, the Texas Longhorns quarterback Shane Boucher will be returning as a Texas Longhorn. So they will be stacked by the quarterback, and they'll be good. As we all know, Devontae Foreman will be leaving for the NFL draft this year. So we'll talk about Chris Warren and the rushing statistics. All right, so for Texas Longhorns, and Tyrone Swoops is gone as well. Shane Boucher went 236, 391 as a freshman overall with 2,958 passing yards, 60.4 completion percent, 7.5 yards or 7.57 yards per average throw, 21 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, 136.0 as a QBR as a freshman quarterback. So he's going to have more experience for next year as well. Chris Warren III, he will probably be starting for the Texas Longhorns next year. He had 62 carries, 366 yards, 5.2 yards average, and 3 touchdowns. I believe Monte Foreman will be staying. He had 34 yards, 420 yards, 34 receptions, 420 yards, 12.4 yards per catch, and 3 touchdowns. That is for your stats for Texas Longhorns. And now we'll be going to Maryland Terrapins right now. Like I said before, my bad. Sorry for the stuttering. I believe Perry Hills will be. Oh, nope, Perry Hills is gone. So I do not know who will be the starting quarterback for this year. I'm guessing Tyrone Pigrome. I believe. I don't know how to pronounce that last name. Pigrome. See, yes, okay, he's a freshman. So Pigrome is a freshman. So Tyrell will probably be the starter. He went 71 attempts, 322 yards, 52-point-yard completions, 4.45 or 5.4, my bad, yards per average, 2 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. Ty Johnson, I believe he is a sophomore. He had an amazing year this year with over 1,000 yards of rushing. He had 110 carries with 1,004 yards, 9.2 average, and 6 touchdowns. So look for him this year. Receiving stats, DJ Moore, I believe he is still with the team. 41 receptions, 637 yards, 15.5 average, and 6 touchdowns. Who is going to win this game? Honestly, I feel like Texas Longhorns will have an edge because they have more experienced guys. They are a more high up-tempo team, fast-paced, no-huddle team. My prediction for this this matchup between Texas and Maryland, it'll be its final score will probably be 45 Texas and 38 Maryland. That will be the final score of this game, the first week of the matchup between the Terrapins and the Longhorns. All right, guys, comment below what you guys think about this team and about or these two teams. Who are you going to choose, and who is going to win this game this year in the 2017 neutral site game in Texas? But comment below what you guys think. Do you think Texas is going to do well this year? Do you think Maryland will do well this year with their top star running back? Who knows? Shane Boucher might have another great year, but they fell short. So who knows? All right, guys, like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys. Snake here. Peace.
He gets rid of this one.
You know, when you feel pressure like that, the worst thing you want to do is just to throw the ball into